I'm hot.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Active Reload, episode 55. It's going to be a big episode today, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. There's skill-based matchmaking news. Activision, they actually listened to their audience, and they said, all right, we'll try this for a little bit without
letting anybody know.
Yeah, without telling their audience, which is honestly the right thing to do, I think.
But there's some data missing that I want to talk about.
We'll get into it. Xbox 360 store.
See ya.
Forever be in our hearts. It's dead. It's officially died. It's gone.
So that means probably 360's dead, right? Officially?
Give or take, unless you have hard copies.
Okay.
Then you're good.
I meant like, if you can't buy anything from the store, it's dead. All right.
Then, just some other random news items here and there.
Stuff.
We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Welcome to Active Reload. Do you know how to spell soldering?
Yeah, it's SEUDERXING.
It's actually SOL.
Yeah, I figured.
Did you know that?
It's like soldier.
Yeah, that's so weird. I was typing soldering iron. And Google was telling me, hey, this isn't spelled incorrectly. And it was SOLDERANG. And I was like, there's no way that's right.
I knew there was something weird about it. I don't know.
Stupid, man. English
and
language.
It's not like, I meant to say colonel.
Colonel? Oh, colonel? That's what I always say. Because colonial and colonel kind of look the same. Yeah. So I'll say colonel. Shout out to the colonels out there. Xbox 360 store. Speaking of colonels.
What the hell are we talking about?
Speaking of colonels, it's dead. Just like the 360 store. Rest in peace. It's officially passed away. Got shut down for good yesterday, I believe. Today is our first day in remembrance.
Yep.
Yesterday for us.
Did you
2 days
anything?
Away from you. 3 days if you're listening 2 days from now. And so on and so forth.
Did you buy anything?
No. I'd bought everything. I'd bought everything that I wanted to because they had that like going away sale.
They had another one too.
Which was kind of weird because they did that pretty early. Like that going away sale.
I think they did that for the last 2 months. The last one was bigger. There were bigger games, but...
Was there Peter Jackson's King Kong? If not, I don't want any part of it.
Nope, it wasn't on there. And wow, speaking of that...
Wow.
That was a good segue for...
Oh, is that on your list?
No.
Oh, okay. It should be.
It should be, actually. Probably.
Really
maybe.
quickly.
No, probably not.
Really quickly. Before we get into... What is your list? Say it. What's the title of the list?
It's my favorite 360 exclusives only on Xbox 360 or way better on 360 than either PC or PS3. I don't know if you remember this, but the early days, I would say the first half of the PS3, those games that were also on 360 for the PS3, they ran like crap.
Right.
Fear was one of them. Ran terribly.
The conversion between one console to the other was not very good back then. No. It was odd. It's like they were making exclusives sometimes.
Yeah, some games, like the Battlefield games or other EA games, they ran, I think, better on the PS3. They at least looked better. But some games were terrible.
By the way,
Backbreaker is one of them. We like Backbreaker. That game's awful on PS3.
Love Backbreaker though. It's awesome.
Way more glitchy on PS3.
Yeah, I mean it's broken entirely.
Yeah, I know.
It's literally called Backbreaker. So that makes sense. Shout out Charles Barkley. Thanks for joining us.
Oh yeah,
he's here today. Thanks for what's the name of the game again?
Barkley, shut up and jam.
Thank you for shutting up and jamming with us.
You pick
Mr.
a bunch
Barkley.
of people in a street game. It's like a NBA Jam, but Genesis.
He's chilling with us today.
A lot of crunchy sound. Barkley says, "Give me the damn ball."
He'll be out of a job in about a year from now. So
why?
They lost their rights deal. No more NBA on TNT after this year.
Well, thank God.
You don't like NBA on TNT? What's
wrong
with you?
I like the NBA, but not on TNT where I have to pay for it.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah,
sorry, Chuck.
That's a cable thing. But NBA on TNT, multi-time Emmy winner.
Love NBA on TNT. Come to like X or YouTube or something.
They didn't do that. They said, we'll sign the deal with Disney. We'll sign the deal with
so it's ESPN.
Amazon. Yeah.
Okay.
And then one other person, I think. I can't remember. Welcome to the Sports Podcast.
Yeah, sports.
Xbox 360 store, 10. How many do you have?
I have a few OLIs and then 5. Of course, we do 5 here.
OLI, number 1, for Grant.
All right, so my OLIs are pretty unique because these are only on 360. Crimson Alliance, which is a Diablo clone. Awesome hack and slash Diablo clone.
Mm-hmm.
Only on 360, and I think it was only a digital game.
Oh,
if you didn't buy it, can't get it ever.
Now it's dead.
Amped 3, Part 3.
A-N-T?
A-M-P-E-D.
Oh, Amped.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
It's a snowboarding game.
Yeah.
I kind of like SSX, but a little more grounded, and I like it a lot.
Are there cans of Amp in that game that you can drink from?
I don't remember.
It's an energy drink.
I think there's definitely like extreme stuff in there.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm wondering that because it's called Amped, not a very good name. And I was wondering if maybe Amp, the
energy drink?
the energy drink company was like, hey, we'll fund part of this if you name it after us.
I don't even know what Amped is. I've never even heard of it until now.
You haven't heard of Amp? Oh man, it's like it's a thing you plug in if you're doing music.
Whatever. I like to drink that energy drink that only it's pink. What is it called?
Pink?
It's definitely marketed to women, but it's like starts with a B U
By
Focals.
BAI.
Is that what it is?
That's one of them.
Yeah.
Is it like hot pink, like Pepto-Bismol?
Yeah, definitely.
Ew.
I think it tastes good.
You're drinking Pepto?
No,
energy?
The can is bright pink, not the drink.
The can. I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
I can't think of it.
Just like Amp, you didn't know what I was talking about.
No.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure there's
Barbie's
a million.
Elixir. No idea what you're talking about.
All right. And then number 2 OLI or 3 OLI, PGR4, Project Gotham Racing 4.
Yeah.
Xbox 360 exclusive. Awesome game.
Is this a Batman game?
No, Project Gotham Racing.
Project Gotham. Every time I heard that, I was like, it's weird. I'm not kidding. Up until this point, I always thought it's weird that they made a racing game in the Batman universe.
There was a Batman game. It was like a first-person shooter. It was called Arkham.
Oh, I remember that game.
Something where you could pick a bunch of characters and it's a shooter, basically.
Yeah, I remember that game.
Deathmatch.
That came out relatively recently, too. Not like within the last 10 years?
Yeah, probably 10 years
Yeah.
ago.
Wow,
Yeah.
I remember. That
Maybe less.
that awoke something in me when you said that. I forgot about that.
It's like Gotham City Imposters. I think?
Yeah, that's right. Gotham. It was.
It was imposters. Like it was people dressing up like.
Yeah, like the bad guys.
Yeah.
But I thought they made a racing game. By the way, Batman. Here's an idea. Batman games. I'm gonna replay those. I'm gonna play those for the first time here pretty soon. I haven't played any of them.
Which ones are you talking about?
Arkham Asylum City.
Oh,
what's the third one?
There's Origins is the third one.
Yeah, no,
but
Origins.
No one counts.
No,
that for some
Origins
reason.
the fourth one. The third one, Night.
No, Origins is the third one. Then they came out the 360 PS3 era. Arkham
or Asylum,
City. Arkham City, then Arkham Origins, and then on the Xbox One and PS4 was
Night. That's right.
Arkham Knight.
I'm gonna play those again, but
everybody skips Origins.
That's true.
I don't know why.
Because it's not a Rocksteady game.
Maybe,
it is canon,
I guess so.
But it's not a Rocksteady game.
It plays exactly like City. So
I will say, can we get some more maybe original names for any sort of Batman titles?
You know what else is funny?
Don't need another Arkham title. Don't need a Gotham title. Give me something else.
You know what else is funny?
What?
The air conditioner being on. I wonder if that's coming through.
No, it's not.
Oh, awesome.
No, we checked it.
Because I feel good.
I know, it's so
Way
much
better
nicer.
than
Last week we were just pouring sweat. It was disgusting in here. It was truly vile. But here we are. Arkham, Project Gotham Racing.
Oh.
That was OLI number 4, right?
Yeah. Number 5. 1 versus 100. Remember that game?
Oh my God. What a game. That game's awesome.
Are you joking?
No, I'm being serious.
Okay, yeah,
that
I like
game is sick.
It's basically a trivia game.
Yeah,
right?
it's like a game show. Everybody's
Battle
connected.
Royale.
Yes. Oh my God. Why haven't we brought this game back? There's 2 things I want from Xbox to bring back. Not Project Gotham Racing. 1 versus 100. I want 1 versus 100 back. That is such a good idea. Do you remember the mobile game that came out and took the world by storm? That was like a live trivia game, and there was a certain amount of money. That's basically what 1 versus 100 was.
Yeah.
And then it just died, I guess, essentially. The second thing, though...
I actually won one of those games. It was like the first day it came out.
There wasn't any money attached to it, right?
No,
it was just
okay. There was just something, though. There was some sort of rewards.
Was it Microsoft points?
It might have been Microsoft points.
That may have been too early for Microsoft points, but I'm assuming it was something like that.
It was right when they added all the avatars and stuff.
God, that's awesome. God, that
you can
game's
use
sick.
your own avatar.
Second one that I want added, Xbox, I can't believe you got away from this. Theater mode. It's so good.
Yeah. Is this a 360 thing?
Yeah, theater mode was a 360 thing where you could watch a movie and you guys were in a party and it looked like you were in a theater and you were looking out towards the movie. It was awesome. And when I try to watch movies with my friends, I don't have the friends that I watch movies with are not from here, so we'll get in a party and every time we have to do it, we have to count down from 3 and then somebody says go and we all press play at the same time. If we just had a theater mode, we wouldn't have to worry about that.
Your Meta Quest can do that.
Yeah, but not everybody has a Meta Quest either, you know. So
everybody also might get sick in it.
Amazon also used to have Watch Party, which was pretty cool, but they got rid of that too. I don't know why we all started getting rid of that. Anyways, 1 versus 100, sick. It was trivia, right?
Yeah, it was trivia.
Yeah, it was a trivia game. Oh,
it was like multiple choice.
Love
trivia
1 versus
game.
100. That was
All
so
right.
cool.
Those are my OLIs.
That was arcade, or that was marketplace only as well.
Yeah,
there was no
that's
physical
gone.
copy.
I mean,
for
that died way before the marketplace went down. But all right, so here's number 1.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Oof. Almost ruined everything for us.
Forza Motorsport 4.
That was okay. All right.
Yeah, it was 3 and 4 on 360. You can only play it on 360. They never brought it back, even though they brought back the Horizon games 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
They never brought back 4.
Yeah, that's interesting. They never brought the backwards compatibility for the other motorsport games.
Yeah, kind of weird because I really liked 4. It was really, really good. It's probably the best Forza game. 3 and 4.
You're in a dangerous game there.
Number 4. Chronicles of Riddick: Assault on Dark Athena.
I'll never understand the Riddick games, but
they're so good.
Or honestly,
do you like machine games?
I will say I don't understand the Riddick. Is this one with Vin Diesel where he actually voice acted?
Yeah. Way better of a voice actor.
I'll pass on that.
I think he's a great voice actor for
he could be.
games.
Look, you know what? He is Groot, but he only has 3 lines, so that works.
He's also Iron Giant. Also very few lines.
No, he's not.
Yes,
he's Iron Giant?
Yeah, I believe so. I think so.
I'm going to look that up
Whatever.
real quick.
I will bet $20.
You'll bet $20
right,
that Iron
Chronicles
Giant...
of Riddick: Dark Athena is a sequel to Escape from Butcher Bay, and then Escape from Butcher Bay is also on this disc. So it's a remastered version.
Whenever
it looks great.
Whenever anybody talks about Chronicles of Riddick,
yeah,
I have no idea what they're talking about. Isn't
I've never seen the movies. I've seen.
That's what I mean, though.
Pitch Black is where it originated, and I like that movie.
It's kind of like the Underworld series of movies, and I think they made video games for that as well.
They did.
And anytime anybody talks about Underworld, I'm like, I know the lady that's in it, and whose name I can't remember off the top of my head.
Kate Beckinsale.
Thank you, Kate Beckinsale. But that's it. That's all I know.
She's also in a really good movie called Serendipity, chick flick, but I like it. I don't know why.
There's nothing wrong with that. I like good Hitch. That's a chick flick. Well, is that a chick flick?
Serendipity is as chick flick as you can possibly get.
What about
it's great?
Bridesmaids? That's a wedding, or that's a
comedy.
That's a chick flick, though.
Yeah,
I think.
but it's hilarious.
Both.
It's like this is like a lovey-dovey.
You were right, by the way.
I know I am.
I cannot believe he voiced Iron Giant. I loved Iron Giant, and I didn't realize Vin Diesel had graced us with our presence.
Great voice actor. So, and then a Dark Athena, Escape from Dark Athena.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Assault on Dark
Athena.
Ugh.
Everybody knows where Dark Athena is.
It was one of the games that ran terribly on PS3, and I'm speaking terribly. All right, number 3.
Hit me.
Ace Combat 6.
Okay.
Fires of Liberation. This
Cool
is an
name.
exclusive, only on 360. And it was never, I don't think it ever came to digital. It might have been. They were called games on demand back then. You remember that?
When everything was called on demand?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was stupid.
And if it was on that, it wasn't on there last week, so I checked.
Rest in peace, Ace Combat 6. I've never played any of them, but
they're so good,
pretty
dude.
cool. I know.
It took a long time from Ace Combat 6 to 7. A long time.
Yeah, I know. Ace Combat 7 came out relatively recently.
It just came out on Switch last week.
Yeah.
So, like 2 years
that game on Switch, there's no way. There's no way that game run well.
Number 2.
Hit me.
Quake 4.
Pass on that.
Now, you would assume this is a PC game, so why would you play it on 360 if it's on PC?
Correct.
Go ahead and download it right now on Steam and tell me what happens. Go ahead.
I don't know.
I'll wait.
How about you tell us?
It runs terribly, and it also doesn't load any textures. You have to mod it out.
Dude, ripped a Quake.
And there's nothing on Steam Workshop to do it easy. You have to really go into the files. And I tried that, and it still didn't work.
Does anybody here realize that Quake has a story?
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm sure.
I love it. It's good.
That was really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'll tell you word.
All right, number one.
Number
this
one.
Is my favorite. I wouldn't say the best, but my favorite. Condemned.
Blazing Angel. Oh.
Condemned 2.
Condemned 2.
Condemned 1 is backwards compatible.
Yeah.
Runs great. But Condemned 2, I think, is a way better game, and it's completely ignored. Stuck on 360.
Rest in peace to Condemned. Who made that game? Do you know?
Yes.
There's a couple Condemned games.
I think it's just 1 and 2.
Oh, what's the...
I want to say it's the same people that do Fear, but...
Okay, you're going to have to help me.
It might be
here.
published by the same people.
What's the one... It's a Condemned game. Which one where the cover art is somebody like peeking through a circular hole in a door?
It's Condemned.
Is that 1 or 2?
2.
I know my stuff. Okay, I've never played that game, though.
Really good. Really scary.
I haven't played a lot of horror games, but...
When we did our favorite horror games,
yeah,
I did Condemned 1 and 2. I don't know which one.
That was a while ago.
I think I must have did 2 because I like 2 better.
Okay.
And,
Shout out Condemned.
Showcase it.
It's dead. Maybe. Well, the series
Buy
is
yourself
dead.
a copy, but
Condemned, the series is probably
And I
dead.
know for a fact that was on Games on Demand. You could have bought it.
It's just such a stupid thing. Get Games on Demand. Game Pass is such a better name than Games on Demand.
Yeah. And that's it. Boom.
Rest in peace to the 360 store. You'll never be able to play my favorite, Blazing Angels 2.
I'm pretty sure that's backwards compatible.
Nope.
Nope.
It's not. Oh, let me tell you, I've tried. I've sent numerous
Blazing
emails
Angels.
to Phil Spencer. Said, Mr. Phil, I want to play Blazing Angels, please. It's the only good aerial combat game that features World War II in today's era.
I was about to say
and then it immediately goes to his trash.
Whatever.
No, Crimson Sky's too old. We need to bring it back, but it's
we
too old.
mentioned it last week too. All right, number 2 in the news.
Yeah.
Very interesting study here.
Wait, can I? This one, yours is long. Can I get the quick stuff really quickly?
Oh, I wasn't going to read all of that. Are you kidding me?
Well, I want you to read all of it. That should be our main topic because that's interesting.
Okay.
Number 2, according to me, Stalker 2 got delayed. We kind of thought it was going to get delayed. We talked about it last
you're talking
week.
about news item, yeah.
Yeah, news items. It got delayed. Stalker 2 did to November 20th, I believe is what they said. Yeah, 20th on my paper. So it got delayed, I think, about either a couple of weeks to a month or something like that.
November, not a great time to...
Yeah, that's tough timing. And for a game like Stalker, I think a lot of people are anticipating, are excited for it, but it's not the biggest audience in the world either.
I don't know if it's a Game Pass game.
Yeah.
A big one. I think people will play it.
It is a Game Pass game.
Yeah, I know.
So,
but
that'll help. Hopefully.
I'm going to say it's not coming out this year.
You don't think so? So you think they'll delay it again?
Yeah.
Cyberpunk style and just be like, hey, we're delaying this again until February.
That if this delay makes me think that this game's not going to be ready, and delaying it for 3 weeks?
Something like that, yeah.
Almost a month. It's not going to be enough.
I wish they'd delay.
Plus, as a matter of fact, if you're going to release it perfectly fine with no bugs, I still would recommend you delay it because what is it, November 19th?
Yeah, 20th.
20th?
20th.
Good luck, buddy.
We'll see.
There's another game coming on Game Pass that's pretty big around that time.
And it's Indiana Jones. What is it?
Call of Duty.
That's not good.
No.
God forbid they have their own extraction game mode too.
Yeah.
It's all over.
Well, I don't think Stalker's going to have extraction.
Well, but it's the same idea.
Whatever.
What did I mean? What was I going to say? Oh, they should release it the same day that Chernobyl blew up. Perfect. I don't know when that is, but they should. Okay, Stalker 2 delayed. That was a piece of news items, I guess. And then also Quidditch. I hated this game when I first saw the trailer. I'll be honest with you. I was like, this is kind of a dumbed-down version of what they should have just put into Hogwarts Legacy.
Made by different people, though, right?
Made by different people, correct. Yes.
I thought this was going to be a DLC. I thought it was a DLC trailer.
Hogwarts, yeah.
But then I noticed the graphics weren't very good.
Yeah, it's completely different. It's called I almost called it Hogwarts Champions. It's Quidditch Champions. It got a pretty sick trailer, I'll be honest with you. It kind of
recently?
I think either over the weekend or a couple days ago.
Okay.
Which would be over the weekend. Or yesterday.
Today's Tuesday.
Anyways, it was a cool trailer. I actually kind of got me in. I was like, all right, I'm in. I bought into it. It reminds me a little bit of like Rocket League on brooms, from what I saw. And you're scoring.
Bad.
You're scoring. I can't remember the balls that they call them. But you're throwing those into the hoops and stuff. They have a lot of pretty cool customization as well.
I don't remember.
I'll be playing for Hufflepuff, obviously.
Why?
Puff's Rise.
Hufflepuff?
That's who I got. That's my according to the official house hat.
I'm Slytherin.
That makes sense.
It does?
You suck. I'm just kidding. You're a cool guy.
Aren't those guys like the
No. What you're about to say is wrong.
Warrior type of guys, like the best magic users?
Yeah.
But then they also can go evil, but you're still teaching them at your school.
Well,
I don't know why.
Yeah, but nobody talks. We don't talk about that.
It's like running a terrorist camp
in your
in your school.
Your school.
Like hopefully these guys are going to be good.
That's funny, yeah. We hope by teaching you potions that you'll turn into a good person.
This is how you kill somebody.
But Quidditch Champions was pretty sick. The gameplay looked pretty sick. I thought the customization looked really good. It looked a lot more in-depth than I thought it was going to be. I thought that was going to be like more of a quick cash grab for this company, especially with the release. It's weird how many Harry Potter games we're getting all of a sudden. Just, almost 10 years after the last release of the last movie?
I played Hogwarts last weekend.
That's what I mean. Well, great. That's honestly a great game.
And it was, it's
story's fine.
Really good. I can see it getting a little repetitive, but...
Yeah. It nails the vibe.
Yeah, it definitely nails the vibe, and my son likes it.
Yeah.
So he likes repetitive things.
As a kid.
He plays Minecraft. I was like, how much can you bang on
a
pixelated thing?
Be careful here.
Why?
Because we don't want to get the Minecraft community upset at us. Okay?
Oh, I like Minecraft.
I don't like Minecraft, but I respect everybody that does because
of.
I don't have the creative mind that you do. Quidditch Champions. It's coming. Great trailer. Go watch the trailer. I bet you'll be intrigued at the very least.
I should have watched it. You should have told me this before, I made all this paperwork.
Welcome to the show. That's kind of what we do. We don't really talk to each other very often outside of this spot.
James hates me.
Yeah.
He doesn't like...
No communication.
You know what he said to me the other day? I'm going to confess to everybody.
Go ahead.
What did you say to me? Remember what you said to me?
I told you my Van Gogh quote.
Here at work. I don't like you outside of work.
I never said that. Really, never said that. I would never. I don't think I would ever say that.
Ruin our work relationship by knowing you outside of work because I'm definitely going to hate you outside of that door right there.
I might have said that. That actually adds up. Yeah.
And then I responded. You remember how I responded?
You gave me a weird Van Gogh quote.
Yeah, I said, I don't care about you.
Yeah.
I just want you to hang out with me selfishly. Like, I want you to play Valorant with me, not because I like you, but because I don't want to play solo anymore. I'm just joking.
Sorry,
James.
Loser.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Hey, whatever.
James, I'm just joking.
It's all right, though. All right? You know what we do? We end this show. We both go to our corresponding offices, and I don't talk to you until the next Tuesday.
Yeah, I know.
That's how it works. We never talk to him at all. Okay, so yeah, that's my news items that I picked out. Wanted to talk about. Just thought it was kind of cool. I saw this story that you're about to bring up, which is a very interesting story and cool.
It is cool because here, let me tell you what it is. So
start her off.
Well, I'm not going to read this whole thing. But
you should read the whole thing.
Oh man, I can't.
I want you to. I'll read it.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll read
James.
the whole thing.
I don't have my glasses on today.
Removing SBMM.
So SBMM.
Skill-based matchmaking. Everybody loves it. Just kidding.
Quick, Activision did a test of some sort.
Essentially. Yeah, Activision said, okay, we hear you guys over on Call of Duty. You're yelling at us. We'll remove it, but they actually didn't tell them that. It was more like, hey, we hear them. Let's remove it and see what happens.
And only in North America.
Apparently, according to this study, it led to a drop in players, according to Activision. This is the quote. For its experiment, Activision took the North American player base for Modern Warfare 3, the most recent Call of Duty game. Yeah. For half the players, it ran a deprioritized skill test. That's in quotes. Which loosened the constraints on skill-based matchmaking, meaning less emphasis was placed on player skills when looking for opponents. The other half got the normal skill-based matchmaking algorithm. They basically ran a science experiment. According to Activision's findings, most of the players in the deprioritized skill test were less likely to come back to the game, while the top 10% highest skilled players returned to the game in increased numbers within 2 weeks because they were winning more, according to you. Is that in here, or did you just put that?
That's fair, but
okay. When it came to the other 90%, fewer returned to the game than normal.
Is that the end of it?
That's the end.
Here's my issue with that. They don't tell you when they did this test. They said this year. So no matter what you do, let's say you do it in February.
Right.
If you do a test on people staying or leaving Call of Duty, guess what's going to happen in February? They're going to leave. The bottom 90% are going to leave because it's February. They are done with the game.
Right.
I left in February. I came back later.
Yeah.
But I left in February, not because of a skill thing.
Mm-hmm.
I left because it started to get annoying and I wanted to play something else. Now, if they were running that test, I would have been one of those guys that left because I wasn't getting, or because
But you were getting annoyed.
I was getting annoyed.
So they were like,
so I would have been part
interesting.
of the test subject, not knowingly, but still.
I don't think they could have done this if they alerted the player base.
They also only did half of them.
Well, no, they had their there's a word for it when you're doing a scientific, their
Partition.
control group. Their control group,
Yeah.
which was the one that they left the skill-based matchmaking on,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
everything normal, and then their test group, which was the ones that they turned it off for.
Yeah.
So, the one thing that
All right.
I'm curious about more than anything about this test that they put together, I want to know the frames of date, not necessarily when it took place.
I'd like to know when
It wouldn't matter, but I want to know how
Definitely.
long when they started to when they ended the actual test. So is this 2 weeks? Is it 3 weeks? Is it a week and a half or whatever? I'm curious about that more than anything.
I don't like SBMM.
I don't either, but I also I think they would have changed it. They would have changed it if they saw it making as big of a difference as the people that are yelling that it needs to be changed think it needs to be changed. So I personally think that it's in there because the bottom 90% or whatever of the player base is such a higher majority than obviously the top 10%. But the top 10% are usually a lot louder when they're
Yeah.
talking about it.
For sure. I know that a lot of people have heard of SBMM because of streamers,
Right.
basically.
And
But I don't
too.
like it, not because of streamers and someone told me to.
Right.
It's because I think you need to reserve a ranked matchmaking based on skill to ranked playlists.
Yeah.
And I just think casual playlists, even though maybe a little bit of SBMM can go a long way to retaining players, having it be a skill level every single time you play,
Right.
that's annoying. I don't care whether or not your data shows that people left when you turned it off. I think it sucks. I think a lot of people think it sucks. I don't know if those people, I don't think your average player of Call of Duty even can tell if SBMM is on or off or even know about it. And I think they left for other reasons. I don't think they left because this is what I think Activision thinks. I think they think that if you're doing well in your game, that people will stay longer. I don't believe that. I don't think that people play Call of Duty and they're like, wow, I need to win in order to keep playing.
Right.
I think they're involved for other things. I think they just like the game.
I don't think they need to win, but I think they feel like they need to perform well in order to stay. Because in the end, it does get annoying
Okay, then
if stuff is happening to you.
Add SBMM to the bottom 30%
But I agree with you in the sense of the ranked playlist part.
of skill, by the way.
But the other thing is, they've never been able to do that very well. Like their ranked playlists have always kind of historically not been very good, at least in terms of providing it to a player base. It's like I think this one when Modern Warfare 3 came out, I think it was delayed like till a couple weeks after the base playlist went out.
Oh, the rank?
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out months later.
Yeah, and that's like if you're going to do that, I think that needs to be released on the same day that the game does.
Here's my thing. Just make everything ranked. Just add a rank to it. Kind of like how they did in Halo 2 and Halo 3 back in the day. You could play Social Slayer, but the regular Slayer gave you a number.
Right.
You're like, oh, you are a number 1 through 50, basically. I got up high, but usually most people are around 15 to 20.
Right. I don't know if
And
anybody
that was fine.
But I don't know if anybody wants to do that because
They don't like to see a number?
Well,
of
no,
rank?
but because then it kind of turns into League where you have some people, no offense to the League players,
Whatever.
the League players where some people are just trying to play the game maybe casually, and then you got the one guy or the two guys in the lobby that are kind of way overdoing it, and that's going to drive people away.
No, because that's what happens with SBMM. That's what happens with me in SBMM.
Right.
I want to play casually in a casual server.
Yeah.
And I'm playing with sweaties because
Yeah.
I'm better than the people that I should be playing if everybody was playing casual.
Right.
And now I'm playing with guys who are just, really good all the time.
But the thing
So
is,
I'm always at a sweat level where, like, if I don't just try hard, I get owned.
but the thing
Every
is,
single time.
but the thing is, if you turn off skill-based matchmaking, there's no guarantee that still won't happen.
Yeah, it's true, I guess, but you'll have, what will happen, the average will be the same,
Yeah.
but the extremes will be different. Like one game, you're going to be getting 30 kills. You're like, wow, these guys really suck. And another game, you have 0 kills, and you're like, wow, these guys are practically pro.
Yeah.
But I still think the averages will be the same.
I also think that some people, when it comes to talking about this, they think it's the sole reason that Call of Duty doesn't really feel the same way as it did before, if that makes sense.
True.
And that is completely not true. I think that is absurd to believe that. I think there are many more fundamental problems that are wrong with Modern Warfare 3.
I think if you're a really good player and you're streaming, you'll be like, wow, I remember when I used to play noobs all the time and get like 17 kill streaks and 360 no scopes.
But again, that's like the top 10%. Top 10% usually that are streaming the game, and people are watching them for.
Either way,
if you have both a personality and then also your skill at the game,
you're in charge of the servers. I just don't. I like that they did this experiment. They didn't provide a lot of data.
Yeah, there wasn't
not enough data for me to be like, okay.
Yeah, I would have liked to have some sort of detail on the timeline, like how long the actual test was, and then more data on. Like, were the people that, even if they didn't return and come back, were the people that were playing without skill-based matchmaking playing better? Was their average KD higher? Were their wins higher?
How about
versus if it was skill-based matchmaking was turned on?
Yeah. If you would have conducted this experiment in December, you would have radically different results. Yeah. Because you would have had more people playing, regardless if you turn it on or off.
New people, too, yeah.
Yeah, new people, because they would have kept playing.
Right.
Now you're doing it in 2024. People are dropping off regardless of whatever you do. People are going to drop off. So I guess they did the half and half, and they compared it. But I need to see more data when it.
Right.
I'm interested in this kind of stuff.
But
data makes me happy.
Yeah, I'm also assuming that Activision has a lot more of the data that they've looked at. They just haven't released.
Yeah, which makes it seem like they're saying, "Hey, we did this experiment. The data shows you guys are wrong."
True, yeah.
When
they're confirming their own bias.
It's not really a wrong or right thing. I don't know what everybody will do. I will tell you that I feel better with SBMM off.
All right.
Or at least brought down to its knees.
Let's see. I just don't. When did they start turning it on? I don't remember. I think was it the relaunch of Modern Warfare?
Around 360, but it was really ramped up during the PS4 days.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to check on something real quick.
Modern Warfare.
BRB.
Next on the news list.
You tell me.
I'll give you the launch model Xbox One consoles. Oh, you bold like some of the letters and then don't bold the rest of them. So I don't know when to start or stop. You read it. It's your writing. This is mine.
Oh yeah, launch model Xbox One.
So you just did the same thing.
The VCR looking one. They are not consoles. This is according to what's it called? Digital Foundry. They are repeatedly failing to update firmware.
Oh, the actual consoles?
Yeah,
that's not good.
Which made me think of our conversation about why are you still bringing in this old Xbox?
Oh.
Dude, kill it off.
They're never going to do it.
I know.
Not never.
Imagine Halo Infinite without this old machine.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen.
Imagine Rainbow Six Siege.
Right, but there was the stat. Remember the stat that I read to you? 50% of their player base on Call of Duty, which is the biggest game on planet Earth.
On the base?
Is still on the Xbox One, PS4.
Yeah, but the Xbox One, it's counting series. I mean, it's counting Xbox One S and Xbox One X.
This is Xbox One.
Yeah,
the base one. So they're still on the PS4 and the Xbox One, not the S or the Series or the X.
I think that I read that data. I read that,
which is great.
And I believe they meant Xbox One encompassing all three of the consoles.
But what about PS4?
PS4 and PS4 Pro.
I think more people have PS4 than just PS4 Pro, though. I know people
yeah,
that
for
have the
sure.
day one Xbox One.
You're
Turn
killing
that thing
everybody.
into a vacuum cleaner, dog, is what I tell them.
Man, that thing is not great. When Xbox One S came out, it was a lot better than that, and that's still less than the X.
Wasn't great. Yeah.
And the Series S, which is going on right now, is a lot worse than the Series X.
The names are so bad.
The Series S is almost equivalent to the One X. So
Yeah, true.
what are you doing, Microsoft?
Change the names. What are we doing here?
You really just but you're really putting like dampers on everything.
Why just
You
Xbox 2X?
Just release it, man.
I just solved it for you.
If
the
you're gonna do
Xbox
that,
One S, the Xbox 2S, the Xbox One X,
Yeah.
Xbox 2X. I just solved it.
What they're doing is you're doing your typical late 90s console thing with like Nintendo 64 Rumble Pack, Nintendo 64 expansion pack,
true.
the Sega Genesis. I mean, look at Sega Genesis.
Shout
Sega
out.
Genesis on
Chuck.
Barkley Shut Up and Jam ran better on the 32X, which was an attachment that sits into your Genesis.
Okay. All right.
It was brighter and ran.
Does that make it like a
smoother.
32-bit? Is that what it's called? 32X? Okay.
Yeah, but it didn't really.
Dude, I love. Was it shovelware, right? Like the Rumble Packs,
Yeah.
all that.
That's not
Just-
shovelware. I guess that's hardware shovelware, but
All that garbage. Another one that was like that. Remember? And these were a lot of
the Rock Band
They
stuff
were
was-
never Rock Band's
not
awesome.
anymore.
Yeah, I mean that stuff is great. Another one would be like the off-brand controllers that had turbo in them,
Yeah.
and they did absolutely nothing. I've fallen for that more than once.
Mad Cats.
Yeah. Oh,
Those were awful.
actually, those were cool.
Mad Catz,
I like those.
No, Mad Cats has rebounded from
Really?
early days. Yeah, they're actually pretty good now.
They're
not
still
so
doing-
terrible.
I
I think
didn't-
they
I didn't realize
sold
they were
off,
still
and I
doing
think
stuff.
it's owned by a Korean team now. I think. Don't quote me on that. But
They're Mad
Cats
Cats.
is not bad anymore.
They made the see-through controllers, and those were cool.
Yeah,
I liked
they were.
those. Yeah, those were pretty cool. Even though whenever I
The
used them,
buttons got stuck a lot.
yeah, I was always more scared of breaking those because I was
Yeah.
like, I can see it when I'm pressing it down. I'm pressing it down too hard.
But you can actually see the dirt in there, so you can clean
Yeah,
it.
that's gross. That's disgusting.
Speaking of dirt and controller, my cat ate my Xbox One controller.
Shout out Sunny. What's his name? Her name?
Marigold and Reginald.
What's the one that ate though? Or do you know?
I don't know.
Oh wow.
It's one of them.
A mystery is afoot.
I think it was Marigold. She likes to eat. Marigold
Wires?
ate a Lego, and we had to
No
pay surgery for
way.
her. Yeah, because it got stuck.
That sucks.
The X-rays were hilarious. The vet said,
Just a big Lego.
"Does your cat play with Legos?"
Mhm.
We're like, "No, but I know that my son does, and my cat eats things on the carpet.
Oh no.
So if my cat found something that can go in her mouth and swallow, she'll eat it. I don't know why.
How big was the Lego brick?
It was like the 4
Oh man.
brick. One,
Shout
two,
out
three, four.
Marigold. Marigold?
Yeah.
Shout out Marigold. We love you. Love cats.
Done.
All right.
All right.
I think that's everything, right?
Yeah,
out,
no, yeah.
You know, actually,
Go ahead.
shout out to the Xbox One people that are still rocking the day ones. You guys are insane, but I respect it. We're going on, what, 10 years now? Maybe, no, more than,
No, that was 2000 and
about 10 years, I think.
yeah,
10 years.
10 years.
Shout out to the day oneers.
2014.
I actually, one of the things I did like about the Xbox One when it was first coming out is if you bought the day one, it gave you the, like, it set it on the console, day one,
Yeah,
Xbox One, and then you had the controller that said day one on it too. I actually thought that was cool.
it was compatible with the Kinect.
Oh, speaking of shovelware,
Yeah,
God, the Kinect. What a piece of equipment.
I had
Actually,
I had the PlayStation Move, and I thought the Move was pretty good.
I think the Kinect is not terrible either. It was just the fact that it didn't have anything good released with it.
No.
But there are some like cool things that you can actually do with like the Kinect, like the motion sensor stuff where you put the dots all over the wall.
Yeah,
That was actually kind of cool. And they
Yeah.
actually used that in a couple like horror movies to make some pretty good scenes. But
yeah.
Anyways.
Speaking of horror movies, dude, games coming out this week.
what is it?
Notable
Wait,
games
hold on, wait a minute.
releasing this week.
I'd like to see where you're trying to.
They're all horror games. And
Are
horror
they?
movies?
Okay.
Have you noticed that horror,
What'd you call me?
scary movies are really popular right now?
Yeah. I mean, Long Legs is popping off.
Oddity is getting great
Yeah.
reviews.
Yeah.
These games are finally coming.
We're kind of having a little resurgence in the horror genre. I've talked about that before.
Yeah, it's been that way for a while.
A24, Neon's kicking butt. And We had the Halloween, which wasn't very good, but they remade the Halloween movies. Brought Jamie Lee Curtis back somehow. I don't know how they asked her to do that.
Scream Queen, I guess.
One of my favorite. I'm sorry.
Can I just?
No, let me get off track here for a second.
Jesus.
One of my favorite horror movie kills is in what's the Guillermo del Toro vampire movie?
Vampire movie?
Yeah. He kills a vampire with a vertical suplex. It's awesome. It's so stupid, but it's awesome. He's like,
I didn't know he made it.
It's called
Pan's Labyrinth.
It's got George Clooney in it. They made a game out of it too, a movie game, which it seems like game.
You're not thinking of From Dusk Till Dawn, are you?
Yeah.
That's not.
I'm pretty sure that's Guillermo del Toro.
No, it's Robert Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah, okay. You're right. I'm sorry. That's who I meant.
Another Hispanic fella?
Yeah.
I think Guillermo is not from Mexico. He's from somewhere else.
I think he's from Portugal, maybe, or Spain or something like that.
I'm not sure, but Robert Rodriguez is a Mexican-American.
Robert Ramirez kills a vampire off with a vertical suplex. It's awesome. It's so cool. He grabs a vampire and then slams him into glass with the vertical suplex, and the vampire's just like, oh, I'm dead.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Cool.
Movie podcast. And game. You know what? Hey, we talk about entertainment here. What do you want from us?
Salma Hayek is in that movie. Oh, boy.
She's perfect. Still. Literally perfect.
He's not lying.
Literally perfect.
You see, not
the perfect human being. When we're sending DNA inevitably to the aliens up in the spaceships or whatever, they're like, hey, we want the best of your people.
Salma Hayek.
Number 1, Salma Hayek. Number 2, Aaron Taylor Johnson. That's it. We'll send them both. That is. And then we're good. They'll be like, okay, we got you. And then
why
we'll
not
fly
Mike
away because
Tyson?
they're scared. Could be Mike Tyson, too. Hey, that might be
you get the whole gamut of human emotions.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true.
A specimen for sure.
Yeah.
All right. And Salma Hayek. Well,
this is what I love about our podcast. We'll talk about anything. Who cares?
Welcome to the Salma Hayek podcast.
We watched From Dusk Till Dawn yesterday.
Yeah, pretty good.
And next up is Grown Ups. All right, what's coming out?
All right. Notable games releasing this week. Number 1, Mortuary
Assistant?
Mortuary Assistant.
Yeah.
Finally.
Is that the one that it's a pretty popular streaming game?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, it's
Very
just
scary.
coming out?
To consoles, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to play this. I want to play this. I haven't seen...
Really good.
I've seen some of it, but I haven't seen all of it.
It's one of those games where it's not a big game, but you never really experience the same playthrough twice.
Okay.
Unless you play it a lot.
Is it procedurally generated?
I think the scares are.
Can't believe I just got through that word without slipping up.
I don't think the layout is, but
gotcha.
The flow of the game is.
I like that. Kind
of like PT.
Yeah, but that's not a real game.
But more advanced,
It's
I guess.
A playable trailer.
Number 2, another horror game, and this looks great.
Hit me with it.
Have you heard of this game? It's called Level 0 Extraction.
No.
It's coming to PC, I believe. I don't know about consoles. Maybe. Who knows? It's definitely a PC style game. It's an extraction shooter, but in the vein of Aliens.
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Long corridors, spaceship type of environment.
That's a great idea.
And, aliens in there are the non-playable characters, and then you have other teams extracting as well. You can also, I just saw in the trailer, I don't know if this is a different game mode, but you can be an alien and fight the human players.
It's like
PMCs in what's it called? Tarkov?
I was thinking of what's the alien versus
scavs, I should say, versus PMCs.
What's the alien? Is there alien versus predator game, right? Isn't that
there
the thing?
is.
Yeah.
A couple of them.
Yikes.
Well, anyways, this game looks great.
Well,
I wish you saw it.
Honestly, the Alien franchise could do with Alien Isolation, but I think that game's overrated.
I think Sega has the rights for the game license.
Sega has the rights to...
Yeah, I believe so.
What are we doing?
I think they've made good
Sega,
games.
hey, you know what? I don't dislike Sega.
Isolation is great. Imagine Isolation.
No, see, I disagree with that.
This game looks like Isolation, but if it was an extraction shooter.
Isolation is really good at nailing I think they do the environment really well. And some of the alien encounters are pretty scary, but it gets really repetitive, after a couple encounters.
You're talking about Isolation?
Yes.
Yeah, that game was about 70% too long.
Yeah, way too much. But
I thought it was good, though.
If they did if they had the actual rights to it and did an alien game in this style, where you have to go in, the planet in Aliens where they go and the queen's there or whatnot.
Yeah.
And you're like going and getting stuff and then extracting.
Yeah.
That would be so sick.
Well, you'll like this game then.
Level 0 extraction coming to a PC near you that I don't have, maybe consoles. Welcome to the show.
Consoles, but there was an open beta, and so the trailer showcased a lot of streamers playing it, and it was great. Great trailer.
Okay.
You know those trailers where they show human players and like they cut it. They do it with movies too.
Is
like,
it fake?
How scary was this movie for you? Oh my gosh, I jumped out of my seat.
And it's all the night vision cameras or something?
It seemed honest.
Okay.
So it was really cool.
All right, I'll look at it.
That's it. Now on to games we're playing.
One I want to mention really quick. Star Wars Bounty Hunter's coming back.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming out. They're reporting it to Switch and PS4. Apparently, it's already been out on Xbox One.
It's on Xbox, backwards compatible through Xbox One or Xbox Original. Sorry.
I believe this is technically a re-release, though. Like they're
from what I'm thinking,
up-resing it. And
I'm thinking it's a same situation as Battlefront.
Right.
Is it being ported by Aspyr?
I'll Google it really quick.
Because if it is, I have no hopes for this. I think this game is really good. I have it on my Xbox Series.
It was good?
Yeah, I think it's really good.
There's so many Star Wars games that I'd never heard of before.
It's really annoying that they're not bringing or giving the treatment to Star Wars, the squad battle game. I forget what it was called.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Squad Commander?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? The one that was on 360?
Yeah.
Yeah, that game was sick. I really...
No, it was on Xbox One, not 360.
No, what?
It's probably backwards compatible.
It's backwards compatible. Yeah. It is...
It was a late Xbox game.
It was Xbox
One, original.
Wait. Oh, okay, yeah. Original. I keep thinking you're talking about the Xbox One. It's called
Republic Commando.
Republic Commando. Yeah, so this one, what they're bringing is 4K, Ultra HD, 60 plus frames per second.
Who's doing it? Aspyr. Do not download this game. Do not pay money for this game.
Wait a minute, hold on. What if it's a single player game? Maybe they'll nail it. Is it a single player game?
I mean, the single player was halfway broken in the last one too.
In Battlefront. Battlefront doesn't. I mean,
it's mostly a multiplayer game.
It doesn't
for sure.
really have multiplayer, or single player. It's just single player on the multiplayer map.
It has a whole story.
Yeah, but it's
narration and everything.
But it's on the multiplayer maps.
Yeah,
and you're playing against 64 other bots.
So you're basically playing Conquest.
Right.
It's still good.
So I'm not going to trash Aspyr. Hey, you know what? Maybe they'll revive your ambition to play another Star Wars game.
Here. Listen to me. Buy the Xbox backwards compatible version. Because it's up-res to 4K and it runs great and it's the same.
Is it 60 frames?
Yes.
You said that not convincingly.
No, it is.
Oh, okay.
I think
maybe it is.
I think almost every
they better
Xbox original game is up-res and
60 frames.
Some aren't, though.
If they're not, then we're going to have some issues.
I know the later ones that came later are not.
Those redundant.
Yeah.
But that makes sense.
Whatever.
Okay, let's move on.
I'm getting hot now.
All right. Let's move on.
What are you playing? We don't have much time.
I was playing college football, playing Nobody Wants to Die, playing Valorant as well. Do I love this game, Valorant?
Valorant.
No, it's not my favorite game in the world. I'm still early. There are things I don't love about it. There are times where I'm getting hit with something and I have no idea what it is.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, got hit by some sludge. I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
No idea what this is. What does this do to me?
It's mostly just a different variation of flashes.
Yeah, and that's what I'm starting to figure out. Smokes, flashes, grenades, or whatnot, too. But it feels good. Valve, listen to me. I'm not a lawyer, but if I was, you have a very genuine chance at a suit here, okay? This is just Counter-Strike, except with heroes, but... They just made the AK, turned it into, what's it called?
Vandal.
The Vandal. They basically just made the Op and just called it the Operator. The buying system's all the same. The weapon switching is all the same in terms of sound design and everything like that.
The sound mixing is like pretty much the same.
It feels like it's exactly just Counter-Strike.
Did you not believe me when I
animation. No, you're right. I always kind of knew that, but now that since I jumped into a couple games, I was like, wow, this is like... just Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Like I was blown away. Even like the maps are pretty Counter-Strike.
Yeah, there are some maps have 3 bomb sites, which I think is pretty unique.
Mm.
I actually like them the least, but it's still
I
pretty
would
unique.
agree with that. I played one with 2 bomb sites yesterday, and I was like, this is way. It feels better.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they're the 3-lane
Yeah.
typical Counter-Strike maps.
Yeah.
Also,
Almost to a T.
Valorant is very square. Valorant's map design, even though I like them,
Mm.
but you would call that in the map design world like the mid-tier.
Right.
And then you would work on it more and more to round some corners, add in some unique landmarks.
Mhm.
But I think Valorant just kind of stays right at the mid-level of finish when it comes to their level design, map
Yeah.
design. But it works really well because their art design is also unfinished, like
Right.
very small textures
Yeah.
or low-res textures and
They even have a map.
sharp images.
They have a map called Bust 2.
What?
No, they don't.
Dust too?
Yeah. They just changed it to Bust 2.
Some of the maps are great. I
I haven't
really
played all
like
of them, so,
some of them.
you know, I'll find out. But, man, it does feel like a pretty big learning curve when you're first jumping in.
Yeah, you should play with me.
I played a
I'll
couple
help you.
times, but I was like, I don't want to use this character because I don't think I'm going to help the team at all other than possibly killing people.
Yeah, it would be if I was playing with you, I would have told you not to pick that character.
The one that I picked, whose
Yeah.
name I don't remember. They also don't have names.
Breacher? I can't
Breacher, whatever. He's Dempsey from Zombies, if you
Yeah.
know who I'm talking about.
remember. He's the one who sets the smokes.
Yeah, and shoots
One
down.
of the characters that sets smokes.
I don't know if he shoots down Volcano or I don't know.
So
It's a big pillar of fire.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool. I like him. That one was, to me at least, the one that I was like, or the character that I was like, okay, I get this. Like pretty quickly. I was like, okay, I understand what his idea is.
Sova, which is the bow and arrow guy.
Yeah. I also heard the lady with the green earring.
Oh.
Can't remember her name. That's another issue I have with this game.
I'm so bad.
None of the
I'm so
names
bad
I
with
remember.
names. Reyna, sorry.
Reyna. There we go. Reyna. Shout out Reyna. But
She's
yeah.
great. She's my favorite. I like Reyes,
Mhm.
who is the Brazilian chick that throws grenades and has a little
in.
bot that goes after you.
Okay.
I like her. It's my favorite. That's my main.
All right. Yeah, it's been pretty
And
fun
IO.
so far. I'm gonna continue
keep
to
playing.
play. I'm gonna
It's
play
really good.
multiplayer still.
How fun is it, or how nice is it to play on 128 tick
It's
rate
fine.
servers?
I don't really feel the difference.
Yeah, you
I'm just
do.
hitting these crazy shots like normal. You
Yeah,
know,
you do.
no
You're like,
difference.
oh, headshot. That guy went down
yeah, that's
right
true.
away. We didn't trade. There was no.
yeah.
It's hit scanned, so there's no bullets going through the air. You don't have to wait for servers to react to anything. Like
Super hot.
Siege.
Oh, this is super hot.
Siege tick rates are terrible, and you can really feel it. But
Trades like crazy in that game.
it's really nice 128 tick rate on console.
And then ESPN,
ESPN. Jeez,
EA
James.
Sports College Football.
Yeah, that's what
25
you're
still playing that. Running that into the ground. Nobody Wants to Die still. Inching my way through that. So
playing. How long is that game? Nobody Wants to Die.
5 to 6 hours.
Oh, you should have.
Yeah, I haven't played very much of it.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. But I am going to beat it. I will. I
You made
shall.
that cool review in progress last week.
Yeah, I'm not. By the way, we're not going to do that again because.
Why?
I mean, it kind of wears off, after the first time.
Yeah.
I think, at the very least, I piqued your interest if you watched it, hopefully. And you're like, oh, I kind of want to try this game out.
appreciate
Let's
it.
think of it that way.
I like putting work into anything.
Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed doing that. I hope you guys liked it too. What are you playing, Gran Torino?
Okay, I'm playing Valorant a lot, and I must say, I'm at the level where I need a team.
This is a call out
I can't do this anymore.
by yourself.
It's getting. It's not like Siege where you really sucks by yourself.
Yeah, that's
You
brutal.
can definitely play this game by yourself. You don't need to play competitive or the normal mode, which is non-competitive.
Casual or whatever.
But I play Swift play. You can play deathmatch, team deathmatch. But the real meat and potatoes are in the ranked.
Yeah.
And you just can't. You can't get. I'm trying to get Radiant because it's impossible for me to get Radiant, which is the highest level on PC.
No, well, you're not going to get it by yourself on console either. There's no shot.
No, I
need
feel
a
like
team.
I can definitely get to it on console because I feel, especially right now,
Yeah.
there's a lot of noobs playing.
Right.
It's understandable, but your rank goes into PC as well.
Right. Carries over, which I
over.
love. I love that. I want that. What you just said, likey. For every other game that does crossplay, they should have a connection to whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's not really
Like
crossplay
Riot,
with PC, but
because it's connected with Riot. Yeah.
Cross progression is.
I
what
want
they call
that for every, because I don't want PC players that are playing Siege that are not platinum, whatever, diamond or ruby color. I can't remember the name of their stupid
it. Whatever.
Ruby, whoever's Ruby or whatever, to come over to console and are basically starting fresh at bronze. I don't want to play that.
Yeah, me either.
You should be Ruby in console too.
But
then if you're bad, you go down.
I would like that Radiant label.
Well, everybody
Metal.
would. Everybody would. Who
And
doesn't
I'm
want
not going to
that?
get it on PC. It's just
You're not.
The
listen,
level of competition is way higher on
You're
PC.
not going to get it by yourself either.
No, I'm not
It's
going to get it by
hard.
myself. I need some.
You need a teammate.
I need at least 3 teammates.
This is the call
A
out.
team of 3, I should say.
Yeah.
2 teammates.
Deuce. Just play the game, man.
He plays. He plays it on PC. He used to.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
I used
Deuce.
to play with him on PC. He doesn't have a modern console.
My bad. That's my bad. He's got the day one Xbox One. That's funny. So yeah. What else? Sorry, Valorant. Other than Valorant.
Hogwarts, I think, is pretty good. I actually have a soft spot for
Hogwarts is-
movie tie-in games. Don't you?
If they're good, I'll say if they're good. Shout out Peter Jackson, King Kong.
It feels really nice. It feels nice to watch a movie because we've been watching what is it called? Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
I'm not a huge fan, but my son is starting to like it. So
Dude, what do you mean you're not a huge fan?
I'm not a huge fan of the movies. I don't think they're that good.
You want to catch this right hook, dude? I'm serious.
My favorite Harry Potter movie is the one before Deathly Hallows, whatever that was called.
Half-Blood Prince?
Whatever.
There's Deathly Hallows Part 1, Part 2.
It's when like the kids start acting more like teenagers and dating each other. And
Okay,
stuff.
so Order of the Phoenix is when that really starts to kick off.
Yeah, I watched that, but the one after that where
Half-Blood
like the new director comes in and the love triangles start to really blossom, and it feels like a high school movie, which I like.
You're talking about Order of the Phoenix. The girl that wears pink, she's the new director.
Yes, is that Order
That's
of the
Order of the
Phoenix?
Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm talking about.
You want to know what's funny?
What?
Probably
The worst one?
My least favorite to second least favorite one.
I'm not interested in any of the story of what's the bad guy's name.
Voldemort. What is wrong with you?
I'm not interested in that guy at all.
Oh my God.
I just care about
Tom Riddle.
whatever. I just care about the kids in the school because I think the school's really cool, especially in the game.
You're having a weird viewing experience.
Is the biggest problem I have with the game is that it's not Grand Theft Auto. Like I want to be able to do something and have the kids and the teachers react.
I see what you're saying.
They don't.
You want
it's
an
all
honor
static.
system?
Yeah, it's all kind of static. I want like a 5-star level, wanted level.
You want honor for your Harry Potter?
They start sending Azkaban
ghosts
or whatever.
Yes.
Start coming after me.
Soul Eaters, that's not what they're called.
And you do that Wingardium Leviosa crap.
Wingardium Leviosa, that's to lift things.
Well, yeah, I know, but what is the big one?
He says, are you talking about in like the third movie? When
yes.
I can't remember their names.
Dementors.
Thank you. He goes, Expecto Patronum.
Yeah, Patronum.
He goes, Expecto Patronum.
I want to do that Grand Theft Auto style in that game.
Those moves are so good, man. Oh my God.
They're not
They're
good.
Awesome.
I don't know.
You're telling me you watched Chamber of Secrets. You saw Tom Riddle come out.
Yeah, I want to smack Ron.
He gave Ginny the book. Ginny was like, oh, I'll help you, Tom Riddle. And then he wrote out, I am Tom Riddle. By the way, Voldemort. He brings out the Basilisk, which still looks good today, by the way. Came out in 2002. It looks awesome.
Jurassic Park looks better.
Boom! Stabs him in the head. God, I love Harry Potter. Awesome.
I think that my least favorite part of the movies and the whole lore are the fact that the school, such tragic things happen at the school.
That's true.
And they keep sending their kids back.
That's actually a really good point. Yeah,
like, why? Someone just died here last year.
This woman was kidnapped and almost possessed.
Like the first year people, I think, they were 4th grade, 3rd grade?
Yeah, they're young. Yeah.
They almost get killed many times.
Yeah, Harry had to fight off Voldemort's resurrection.
Yeah.
And they were like, we'll give you some pumpkin juice and you'll head home, then come back next year.
Like I say with a lot of things, I really have to believe it.
That's a great point.
I can't believe it. And I have a thing with child actors, too. I think Ron is really annoying. By the time the movies are over, Ron's fine. Hermione is so annoying. Hermione
all great in those movies.
She's so annoying.
Her name's Emma Watson. Don't you dare.
No, I don't care about the actress. The character. Can you please stop? Just why do you have to be so annoying?
She's the brains of the group. Okay? Ron's the bronze, and Harry Potter's the savior of all.
And she likes Ron.
She does like Ron. Yeah, the get together at the very end is kind of odd, I'll be honest with you.
I don't get it. Anyways, we're going over, but
no, that's all right.
I have one more game.
Wait, hold on.
What?
My favorites: 4, 3, 7, part 2.
That's the last
2.
one?
Then I'll go 1, 5, and 6, and then part
6
1.
Order of the Phoenix?
6 is Half-Blood Prince.
Is that the part?
Actually,
2?
6 in front of 5, and then part 1. So Order of the Phoenix second to last. Deathly Hallows part 1.
That
one's not great.
He's a Gen Zer over here.
Yeah, you know, dude, I am. I loved Harry Potter. Oh my god, I get to watch them, dude. They're great.
So you grew up watching Harry Potter. I grew up watching Conan the Barbarian. And that's what I bought in 4K during the Prime
Now
sale.
look at him.
So I watched it. That and Conan the Destroyer, which is not that great. But I love Arnold. Conan the Barbarian is a great movie. So I was reminded of a great game on 360 backwards compatible
Good
on Xbox
segue.
Series. Conan the Barbarian. I think it's just called Conan.
It's
a God of War clone. But
are you supposed to say it that way? You're bothering me.
Conan.
I always thought it was Conan the Barbarian.
No, it's Conan.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I don't know anything about
Conan.
This. I thought it was just
What
Conan.
is best in life?
Conan the Barbarian. So it's a good game.
Destroy your enemies.
Okay.
See them driven before you and hear the lamentation of their women. Correct. Conan is awesome.
Dude, they would make anything back then. It's insane.
Well,
they really
no,
would.
I mean, it's a famous, what's that guy's name? The writer.
Frank Miller?
No.
That's who I'm thinking of.
No, the guy who invented Conan. Whatever his name, Howard.
God. I know.
Something Howard. I love those books, and I love the comic books. I think that's what I started on. Like the old Sunday comic book strip.
Oh, okay.
Comics. And then I watched a movie when I was really young.
Mm-hmm.
Way too young, probably, for that movie.
Yeah, that's all right, though.
So I rewatched it again. Feels great.
Mm.
It's a very good movie. Darth Vader, what's his name?
Anakin Skywalker. Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
He's the bad guy. Thermadoom.
Great voice.
Oh yeah, and he's kind of scary in this game or movie. It's great, and then the game is really good too. It's voiced by Ron Perlman.
Oh, okay. I like Ron Perlman. It's great. Hellboy. The good Hellboy. Anyways.
I take that back. It's voiced by the guy who did Conan, the TV show. Whatever his name is.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Remember these names.
It's a great game. It's definitely an XXY spammer.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, or a square triangle spammer if you've ever played the original God of Wars. But other than that, it's fun.
Conan the Barbarian.
You should
the
download
video game. They remade that,
Finish
not remade
it off with this 360
but
title.
they made a new one, didn't they? Xbox One that was like a open world survival game. Yeah, in the
Conan,
sense of like Ark.
Age of whatever.
Conan Exiles is the one I'm thinking
Exiles.
of. Yeah. That's a weird game. My favorite.
It's not good.
My favorite.
It's good if you like survival game, but if you're a big fan of Conan,
there's not really a connection there.
No.
My favorite 80s, maybe pre-80s movie, Barefoot Executive. Look it up. Great film.
What?
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Let's wrap up the show. Thank you guys very much for tuning in for movie and game talk. You know what we do here. We love entertainment. That's how it works. We'll be back next week, and we'll maybe talk about why is it that napkin dispensers only dispense one.
Please stop doing this.
Talk about that next week.
We're going to talk about Valorant more, just all the time, because that guy is going to play 30 hours this week.
Check your napkin dispensers.
See you later.